What's up, YouTube? Today's video is going to be a little bit different. So number one, I want to give a shout out to Dehancer for actually sponsoring this video. So essentially, Dehancer actually reached out to me several weeks ago and asked if I would basically make a video review for Dehancer Pro. So that's what I'm going to do today. With that being said, first I want to talk about what is Dehancer. Dehancer is essentially a film emulation color grading tool which can essentially allow you to color grade and basically work through your footage much faster. So off rip, when you think of products like this, you think of like maybe FilmConvert Pro. So it's essentially a program just like that where you can basically kind of give your footage that film look a lot easier than you would if you were to like kind of be layering up and piling effects on by yourself. So this is basically a tool designed to make your life easier. So the first thing I want to talk about is the ease of use. Luckily with a tool like this, there are a ton of different film stocks and you can essentially use these film stocks as kind of like your base color grade. So let's say you want to do like Kodak Vision, 250D or, or maybe like a black and white tricolored film, you can actually do that. Once you select the type of film stock you want to start with, now you can basically dial it in to customize it and really make it unique. So you can add different textures to the footage and different things that kind of make it pop. So essentially it's very important to kind of know what type of look you are going for. I think some of us kind of go for a natural look. Some may want to go for something a little bit more dreamy. So some of the example footage I'm going to specifically point out is actually the footage I posted about in my behind the scenes. So on the commercial I did for Adidas and Active Athlete, I actually used Dehancer Pro to go ahead and color grade this footage because I really wanted to kind of just go with a real natural look and aesthetic. And the crazy thing is when you combine this with a nice cinema camera with the right lenses, it definitely pops out. But I could have actually pushed it even further, and I'll give you a couple different examples just to kind of give you the feel. But yeah, all of the footage you see right here is taken straight from the commercial. This is actually what I used the software on during my testing phase. So something else I want to dive into is just customization. I think that's really where a tool like this really shines. You can customize it almost whichever way you want to. Again, whether it's adding grain, textures, different things like that. So just imagine, right? Using Dehancer as kind of like a base, right? And now you're adding in your own custom things, and now you can really get a super unique look. So ultimately, it depends on what look you're trying to go for. But essentially, Dehancer Pro basically gives you a super rock solid place to start. You can actually color grade fully using this tool, or you can add to it. So you do have pretty much unlimited options in terms of what you can do. So I do want to talk about one of the key differences that I noticed with using a tool like Dehancer Pro versus FilmConvert. And number one, without a doubt, Dehancer Pro just has way more options. So you can do a lot more with this tool opposed to something like FilmConvert. Now, for some people that may be a good thing. For some people, it may be too many options. So you really got to ask yourself, what type of person are you? If you're someone who really likes to dial in and control your image, this is going to be something that's for you. If you're somebody who kind of wants something that's super simple, that you can't really do too much to, you may kind of find it tricky. But I will say, once you mess with it, once you get used to it, once you get comfortable, it is super easy to use. But ultimately, it kind of depends on what type of editor you are. So if you're someone who likes to have control, like literally just full circle, this is a tool you want to use. If you're someone who is not really then it might not be something that you're looking for. So lastly, I do want to touch on whether or not this is something I would recommend. And honestly, I think anybody who shoots any type of good footage would find this product useful. It's definitely something that you would enjoy using because at the end of the day, it makes your life easier. And I think as creators, as filmmakers, as videographers, as directors, we need tools that make our lives easier, but things that also make our footage look better. So with a tool like this, you're basically enhancing your footage. And not only are you enhancing your footage, you're making it stand out even more. So you can definitely create, some super nice stuff. Again, as I told you all, I used this on a professional paid shoot, and it came out great. So just imagine, if there was a little bit more leeway to get even more creative, you can really kind of do almost whatever you want with this. So that's the good thing about this. Overall, I definitely recommend it. I definitely want to give a special shout out to Dehancer for actually sponsoring this video, and I'm looking forward to continue to use this on future projects as well. But overall, I wanted to kind of give you all just an overview on some of the things you can do. And as promised at the beginning of the video, I do want to go ahead and just show you some of the different things you can do on Dehancer. So now I'm just going to use a couple different film emulations, and I'll put them all at the end of the video. If you have any questions, concerns, or maybe you have a question about Dehancer, let me know. And also, if you're looking to get it, my affiliate link is in the bio. So if you have any questions about it, I look forward to hearing from you. Aside from that, peace.